Go ahead, sir. You had a question?
What was the very first time you did it?
Right.
How'd you get started?
Right.
What was it like, your first experience?
Well, I'm sitting here speaking candidly with Brad because I trust him, and we've known each other for a long time, and he knows that, or I guess he hopes I'm not some total loser, cinnamon roll addict. He knows I lead, kind of a productive lifestyle. Kind of a productive life. I'm a musician and all, and I do stuff, but I've been addicted to cinnamon rolls for a good 5 years now. Probably had the same sugar experience as anybody else. You start sodas when you're 15 or something. Got into Little Debbie's like any other white trash, white suburban punk would. When they're 17, 18. Took fruit pies when I was 17, 18. Got into Danishes when I was 19, 20. It was fun times in 1988, 89, around that era. The very first time I ever did cinnamon rolls was my 21st birthday. It did everything I expected it would, where I just got obliterated. I threw up all night. I couldn't keep my head up, and that was my first experience. But I must say, I actually enjoyed it. I would say I first knew I was addicted. I remember we went to Europe and to tour with the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and we were in London, and I got a bunch of it. I mean a bunch of it, and did it heavily, several times a day, big doses for 2 weeks straight. And I ran out somewhere in Germany. I think it was Hamburg when I actually ran out, and that was the first time I knew I was addicted. That's when I realized this withdrawal thing that they talk about. It's a real thing where obviously the physical stuff where you're throwing up and your bowels completely give out, just gross stuff that no one really would ever want to go or willingly go through. Unless they're a stupid cinnamon roll addict. But I think it was a little while before anyone knew. Because I had always done, different types of sweets. Like I said, even before the cinnamon rolls, just like a party scenario kind of thing. Like we'd we'd play Chicago and do a bunch of Haagen-Dazs with some people after the show, just party stuff. Or like at Lollapalooza, I did Sour Patch Kids a few times. I wouldn't say I've ever fucked anybody over directly, but a lot of the things I've done have been questionable. And I think I would have never done them. And I shouldn't use drugs as an excuse, but I think I would have never done them had I not been addicted to rolls. But they've been really patient. I know especially at this point, now that it's been about 5 or 6 years since I've been fucking with this stuff, and it's taken all my money. I broke up with my girlfriend, and it's just stupid things I don't think I would have done had I not been trapped in that sort of thing. But they've been really patient, and I know at this point they're really starting to worry, like, is he ever going to get out of this? I didn't want people to know I was doing it for a long time. I tried to keep it as secret as long as I could. Even some of my good friends, I think it took them a long time to realize that, man, this guy actually does have a problem. He's not just doing it for fun anymore. I'm out of money. I've got no car. Any instruments I used in David Christ and the Apocalypse, I just went ahead and sold to the band. But anything that was personally mine, it's gone. My car's in the pawn shop. All my stereo equipment, anything of any value is gone. And right now, as we speak, I'm, just sitting here going, well, I'm either going to get out now or I'll be diabetic soon. And I know people worry I'm going to kill myself, or I'm trying to kill myself, or I'm going to die. And I'm not trying to do any of that. And we're going to the studio, in a few days, and I'll just go up there and kick it. Which means do without. Just go through withdrawals up there like I've done 20 times before. And by the time I get home, hopefully I can try to fucking make some decisions as to how to get out of it. Because I keep saying, oh, that's it, I'm done. But I go back. Really, in my mind, it has gotten to the point where I'm not just saying that anymore. I'm scared that something bad is going to happen if I don't quit. For years, I never had to, take off my belt or anything, right? I could just sit down and go at it. But after so many years of just, doing it, you can't do it like that anymore, right? I thought I heard a weird noise. It's like, what are you guys doing in there? Oh, nothing. Zach, barring besides my cinnamon roll addiction, I would say he and I are as best friends as you can get because we work so closely together all the time, you know what I mean? But he hasn't actually tried to stop me. He's never even really threatened me in the way of quit or that's it. He worries and he's acutely aware of what it's doing to me. He sees that it, causes me to make dumb decisions. There you go. I just did it. I got a bite. It's in my mouth. That's between you and me. And it comes on in about 20 seconds. Comes over your whole body and your whole body just feels peachy fucking keen. And that's basically the gist of it. That's what I've been giving my money and time to for the last 5 years. But I've got an icing stain on my shirt. But, when it comes on, you basically feel it in your stomach first, throughout your whole body, and your body feels totally devoid of any pain whatsoever.